Today, we are ranking every single Cyber Monday, Black Friday, 10K collection chest on a tier list. Let's see which ones are good, which ones are bad. Spoiler, I own most of these. I think I only don't own one, and I'm not going to say which one until the end. So let's go over them and rate them on a list. Okay, I like double, triple check this, but apparently there wasn't a Black Friday chest in either 2017 or 18. Collection chest started in 2017 for Talk Like a Pirate Day, so there could have been one that year, but there wasn't, and there wasn't one in 2018 as well, even though all the other ones that you'd expect are there in that year. But 2019 seems to be where they start off, so there's less than other years or other types of collection chests. For the Black Friday ones, there's only 5, so should be a shorter video at least there. This one from design looks really good. I think a lot of people like this as like one of the better collection chests. Let's go over it. Okay, the 2019 one comes with 15 different armors and a class on top of that, which you'll love to see in a collection chest. You'll love to see the class for that year included. Don't remember Omni-Knight being that great of a class, but someone probably likes it and they'll defend it down in the comment section down below. But yeah, so let's go over all the armors here. So we got the Raven. Not too big of a fan of that one. This one's pretty cool looking, actually. It's good armor. This one's pretty nice as well. That's a recolor of a really good one. So the thing about the Black Friday, Cyber Monday ones is they're mostly recolors of stuff. You'll see later on in the years they actually start to do more unique stuff in these. Probably because they're running out of things to recolor. You know, that's neither here nor there. Matrix one, this one actually has an animation. It's not showing here, but it's got like the Matrix machine code font. Very cool naval, actually. It's actually a really cool thing. I'm surprised they don't do more animations on the navals for Talk Like a Pirate Day. Would look cool. This is probably bar none my favorite naval commander, period. Full stop on that one. It's just black with a singular CC element on it. Looks great. The female one's also smiling, which is nice. So yeah, my favorite naval is not on Talk Like a Pirate Day chest. So surprise, surprise. And yeah, that's it for that. So actually a few good armors you'd actually want to equip. Well, most of the recolored navals. I mean, the one up here is pretty good too with the Fiend stuff. So a couple Nulgath recolors, a couple naval recolors. So not half bad as far as armors go on this one. Okay, weapons. Let's see. Anything good here? I won't give my 2 cents on everything. That one looks pretty good. NSOD. Actually, I don't mind this NSOD. I'm usually not the biggest fan of them recoloring NSOD endlessly over and over again. It gets kind of annoying if you pay attention to how many times they recolor it. They'll recolor NSOD. I think this year alone, they've probably recolored it like 3 or 4 times. And this is 2019 right here. And they were recoloring, and they recolored it before, and they'll probably recolor it again next year a few times because they can't help themselves. It's a problem. Someone needs to send them some help. So yeah, but Talons, those are pretty sick. These are classics, absolute classics. Talons. These are, yeah. So actually, these are nice. These were in a upgrade pack. They were actually recolored from an upgrade pack. So yeah, Cyber Spear's cool too. Yeah, there's definitely some cool weapons in there. I definitely want to pick up a few of those for sure. Not to spoil which chest, I definitely own this 10K and do not regret owning it. I actually still keep some of the items from this in my inventory. So I think these hats have the machine code animation on them as well, which is nice. But the hairstyles on those hats aren't great, so probably never see anyone with them equipped. Helmet's kind of a weaker point for this full chest, I'll say. Nothing really sticking out, making me want to like purchase it individually there. But that's okay. I gotta say the same with the capes. The fire is kind of cool. You don't really get to see the animation here, but it's got a cool animation. This one, actually, I use this all the time. This when I do have a cape equipped. The machine code, the CC, as well as you see blue here. But that's a great cape. It's kind of simple, chill. I like that. It doesn't really pop out. It's not a massive character behind you like a lot of people like to equip. But yeah, I like the more like subtle capes when you can find them there, and that's one of them. A little black cat that explodes, which is cool. If you want to lag other people when you're sitting in Yolgar, be annoying, you can do that with this. So actually some genuinely good items in here. not a bad chest. The inclusion of the birthday class is always a highlight for these. Really sad they stopped doing that for a good period of time. They did it again this year, so hopefully they do it next year too. I think they did it this year. Not to go on a little tangent, but I think they included the class this year because they wanted to make it like an easier, not super powerful class. So that's why they included it. I think next year, if they do a birthday class, that's actually like pretty strong. It's not going to be in the chest again, so that would be my guess, but I'll have to wait and see. Okay, for 2019, I think this is a solid A tier chest. Not too many caves, barely any helmets, solid couple armors, really good weapon selection in here, and got the cool exploding cat too. So it's got some definitely big highlights in here and items I still use all the time from the chest. And it came out like 5 years. 2025 is coming up, 4 or 5 years ago. So, and I'm still using items from it, so I'd say that's pretty solid. Maybe it squeaks in the S tier. I think I'd definitely put an A+ if that was an option. So yeah, move on to the next one. So here's a look at what the 2020 looks like. Gotta say, not as big of a fan of the chest design here, but that doesn't really matter at all. Ooh, we got 21 armors and the class. So crazy. This is what we used to get in chests. Anyway, let's go through the armors. Let's see if any of these are any good. So we have a Kotaro armor here, fully color custom on this one. All the colors you're seeing, it doesn't come purple like that. Pretty neat, at least on the female side. I don't really see many male characters wearing this one, but hey, that's why we play female characters in this game. A Shadow Slayer armor, looking good. I don't think I've ever equipped this. Banger. You're welcome. If you like the version of this without a coat, I actually suggested that, and the reason there is this version without the coat is because I suggested it. So you're welcome. But yeah, this was the initial version that was probably the only one that was going to release. But I said it probably look better without the, and I think I was right because I see more people with this version. But the coat it's cool. It's a cool coat though. Let's be real. And I like this armor. It's still in my inventory. It's a great armor. If you don't have it, I'd probably get the chest just for that armor, but that's just me. I'm kind of biased when it comes to that stuff. It's also, I don't really like, I think the shoulder ruins this. I like this armor. I think the shoulder and the jacket, like not the full jacket, but spike on the wrist, that doesn't look very cyberpunk. I mean, it can, but it's too steel medievally looking. And then the shoulder thing is the no-go. Anyway, that we're not here to critique a bunch of armors. Let's move. This is gonna be a 3-hour video if I do that. I like that this one actually matches the chest. I'm just gonna say that doesn't happen very often, but the fact that this armor actually matches the design of the chest is kind of cool. You almost never see that. I mean, I guess you kind of do. Like they did that with the most recent chests, sort of, but this one really matches the chest. It's recolor, but an absolute banger of a recolor. Great armor. Actually, it's not a recolor, if I remember correctly. No, Lei completely reworked. It's an NPC's armor, right? Whatever her name is, I can't think of it right now. But I don't mean that in a rude way or anything. I have terrible memory. And then yeah, I think Lei had to complete, if I remember correctly, Lei completely remade this armor for this chest to make a black version of it, which it looks really good. So worth it. Yeah, I would definitely pick up this chest just based on the armors. Darkcaster X here, the black version, arguably might look better than the original. Yeah, I think a lot of the Black Friday recolors actually do look better than the original armors. That you might think that's weird to say, but I hold that opinion. I think there's quite a few of them that actually do look quite a bit better. Moving on to the weapons. Those are kind of cool. That's pretty neat. I actually kind of want to pull this out of my bank right now. That actually looks really sick. Wait a sec. Wait. It doesn't say what part of it is. I think the yellowest part is CC on this. Yo, Shadow bad. But yeah, that's really cool actually. All right, Cyber Obsidian. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is really like these chests are really my style. I definitely own this chest as well. I'll let you know I'll let you know at the end which one I don't, but I own this one. If you couldn't tell by how many armors I liked, it was definitely a purchase when this one came out. Clock, okay, he's got a clock. That's great. Scythe, I forgot that clock was in there. Doesn't beat the Filthy Frank one though. I wonder where the Filthy Frank one came from. All right, so weapon selection, gotta say, a couple cool katanas. Not as good as the last chest for weapon selection. So hairstyles here now. Headsets are cool. They're good for. I've seen a lot of people use these for like different, like if you're trying to like look like a different character, like kind of a character cosplay thing. I've seen that happen quite a bit. Proto Assassin's pretty sick as well. The goggles are cool. They're definitely different. You got the generic cat ear looking things. That like those Razer headphones. Don't go near a bridge with those. And then as we go down here, Skyguard. I'm not really digging a lot of these helmets if I'm being real. So quite a bit like the last one. Not too many good helmets in there, I gotta say. A lot of capes. All right, any of these good? Okay, that one's pretty good. CC as well, I'd imagine. So that's pretty sick if you want some audio stuff there. NPC capes, those are always sick. Love when those get made. Cybercode's also pretty cool there. Got the Darkcaster X, but the Black Friday variant of it. The dragon's cool. I like that. Oh, you got the blades. You got the blade sheath. That's nice. If you want that for your set with the other parts. Yeah, Werepire cloak as well. That's pretty slick. Pretty slick. That looks pretty decent. And then a couple pets. A little chibi guy. The umbrella guy is actually pretty cool pet. I like that. He's like, yeah. All right, so not bad. To be honest, I own this chest as well, so I'm kind of worried that this is kind of the opposite of the last tier list I did, because I kind of didn't like all the other ones for, what was it, October for the game's birthday. Like all those chests are kind of not great. I haven't bought a lot of them, but for Black Friday, they're usually pretty good, and I've bought a lot of them, so I own a majority of them. So this one, the question is it better or worse than 2019? I think it's better. Is it S tier? I don't think so. I think S is like, that's a very high rank. I think it's a solid A. I think it would need a more consistent, good helmets and capes. Yeah, I don't think it's an S. But if we were basing it just on armors, I think it would be an S. But when the whole package comes into the picture there, I don't think it belongs in the S tier, but definitely a solid A, and I would put that above 2019. Moving on to 2021, this kind of loses the cyber on the chest that the last two have had and goes more into the Black Friday look, I would imagine. Or did I? No, it says, okay, yeah. So let's see what the items reflect. I actually don't remember what's in this one, so let's go through it. It says 35 armors. You have to scroll. What? Okay, that's kind of nutty. Does it have a lot of everything else? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, this video might be 2 hours long. All right, let's see if we could get through these. So you have the gamer gear. This actually wouldn't be too bad if it didn't have like the stuff hanging off of it, but hey, it's okay. A recolor, that's all right. That's great. That's like top tier stuff. Kind of a cool recolor there. I don't really like this recolor, if I'm being honest. That's a little much, but it's cool base armor. Don't think that recolor actually adds. This is a cool recolor. So we have some solid recolors. I don't think this one works as a recolor. Not the biggest fan. This one's good. That's good. Original armor, right? Or no, it's a recolor, I think, but it's more subtle of a recolor. I like that. Other recolor, that's good. The normal Deathwalker without the cloak. Absolutely legendary armor. very good. You see that all the time still in game, which is nice. 2021 here. Battle Mage, I think that's CC, right? It's not pink and blue like that, but yeah, it's okay. That's a great recolor, actually. Great example of a good recolor there. Some of these recolors really don't work. This one works, but some of them really don't. So many items in here. Oh, you got the Legion Vampire, one of my favorite armors in the game. I still like they did one for another Black Friday. It wasn't in a chest. It's an old Black Friday when they didn't do collection chests, and I like that one more than this one. It's just black and white. The pink's alright though. It's an okay color scheme there. That's pretty good. Oh, Space Vote. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so these are like mechas with the Moglins in them. They did those for they did that for Twilly, Twig, Starback, and then Stellar Battle Mage. So yeah, it's the thing that makes okay. So I'd say it's the Deathwalker really the standout armor of this whole bunch. Everything else is kind of a sort of boring recolor. I'm not too excited about any of the other recolors in here. You might be, so your opinions might differ on that. I'm sure a lot of people do like this chest. It has so much in it. You're probably finding a couple items in here you're actually liking. But for me, it's really the Deathwalker is about it for items I actually would equip and use out of this. Everything else is kind of it looks cool, but I don't see myself ever actually using any of this stuff in this chest. So yeah, let's go on the weapons. A lot of these too. If it's just a recolor, I probably won't say much about it, but let's go through these. Oh, that looks so bad. This is one of my favorite weapons in the game. That is a why? Ugh. Why a recolor? It's just gray. So this is way better. That's way better. That's a good recolor. Just gray. Ugh, why even do that, man? I know why they do it, but because it's easy for the people that don't have the original or don't have a different version that actually has color on it, that want it. It's kind of that FOMO thing, how they sell their items. I gotta say, I do like Deathwalker. These are a miss on me. I don't the armor really good. These katanas, not sure what Katara was thinking with these, but okay. The cards with flames, much cooler. As part of that set, those katanas. I mean, I'm sure someone could make them work with something. I gotta say though, the twig void, all the mecha stuff for the Moglins, very cool as well. Another standout, that's actually pretty sick. The black shield and everything. Money bag, that's good if you want to have a heist character or something for cosplay. Oh, they actually wait. They give you the chest as a mace. This better be a house item too. They better not have made it a mace, but not a house item. I would be sad. That's pretty cool. The scythe. That scythe's pretty slick. Okay, for weapons, a couple good ones in there. Nothing too crazy, I'd say. On the helmets here, Cyber J6 helmet is pretty clean. Pretty clean. Shinobi stuff's cool too. I think recoloring that with the cyber recolor on that Shinobi gear is pretty nice looking. This Deathwalker helmet's really cool. All of the visor, you can kind of sort of see through. Hood's cool as well, works really well with the armor. Hairstyle's good. Yeah, so that mask looks cool too. Yeah, it's just a very standout set. Just the Deathwalker alone probably sold this chest for a lot of people, I would imagine. Everything else is kind of a bonus on top of getting that full set in there. A lot of bonuses. There's so many items in here. It's actually crazy how much they put into this chest. Shadow Drow's cool too. Could argue that's better than the original. Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, doesn't the scarf change colors? Oh yeah, it does. You can see it's animated on the preview here. Yeah, that's kind of neat, I guess. I don't know. Something. That actually looks pretty cool. This helmet actually looks pretty cool. Gonna say. All of the mecha, like that helmet looks sick as well. So yeah, there's definitely some good stuff. That's pretty cool too. Definitely some good stuff in this one. I'm almost certain I bought this one as well. Spoiler, because we only have oh no, we still have 2 more chests left. So it's not a spoiler on which one I didn't buy. But yo, that's a slick cape. Whew, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Not a whole lot of crazy capes here. It's looking like. Yeah, you got the these. If you're looking for katana capes, these are some of the best period in the game. The Deathwalker ones. I don't know what Katara was cooking there, but man, he was on something, man, making that set. That was crazy. Bats are cool too. I like those. I think they're recolors. I'm pretty sure they are, but still, good recolor is a good recolor. Yep. And then only 2 pets with this one. You get the unicorn and the drone. So, yeah, this chest not so bad. Like I've been saying the whole time, kind of carried by Deathwalker and the mecha stuff. But other than that, pretty decent. Okay, for where this goes on the list, I think it would be a B. I think it's lacking. It has so much in it, but it's a lot. It's a lot of recolors. I think a lot of the recolors miss the mark on being good recolors, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah. And then there's like a few good sets in there that are actually unique for it. So yeah, putting it down there. I might seem kind of hypocritical for the other ones because I rated these higher when they just said, I don't know. It feels weird. I don't know. I feel like it belongs in B. Okay, moving on to Black Friday 2022. I had to double check and make sure this wasn't the Legion chest. I don't know why it looks like that, but I guess it is black, so it's part of the criteria, I guess. But there is 61 armors in this chest. I might have miscounted here or there, give or take. I don't know. I might have lost track. But 60. Okay, and they have Artifact Hunter in here. Pretty good class. I like that class. Design-wise, it's statistically not that great, but anyway, let's go through them. Because we're gonna be here all day. So so bunch of recolors. Bubblegum's cool. Captain Pink's cool. This looks so. The recolor of this is good. The armor itself, at least on the male one looks alright. The female one looks very odd. The old Miltonius stuff of that is not great. This is a good recolor. Dark Bandit, that's pretty clean. Not a fan of that. I think that is an original armor too, that one. Cyber Dragon one. Cyber and Dragon does go. This is a good recolor. Cyber and Dragon does go good together, but it's pretty. I like that recolor as well. A lot of pink in this one. A lot of pink. How is there 60 armors in here? What were they thinking? Oh, there's Panda hoodie in this one. Oh yeah, there's a Panda hoodie here. They recolored a hero art item, which I think was the first time they broke that rule that they had forever. They had this rule for like 13, 14 years at this point when this came out, where they would never recolor hero art items, and they did here. So like a decade and a half later, they finally broke that rule. And I think they've broken it a few times since then too. So Pink Festive Elf, at least a female variant, that's a fire armor. Pink Dancer. A lot of pink recolors this year, it seems. It seems like they moved away from like just the black and cyber into pink. So lots, they're going crazy. I think they put too much in this chest. If I'm being completely honest, I think 60 armors in a single chest is too much. I don't think they were looking forward to the future with this one. I think they kind of threw too much in one. They probably should have saved some of these. And, you know, it seems weird to say this. That's an actual fire recolor. That armor is great. They probably should have saved some of these for later years because they ran out pretty quick. Yeah, I don't see how you don't buy this chest. Like, there's so much in here. There's absolutely so much. I suggested the Pumpkin Witch too, which is nice. That was my suggestion for that year. They do a suggestion thread every year for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. They'll do one soon for this year, and yeah, that was my suggestion. Was that one, and that was some more recent armor too. Actually, like that armor quite a bit. So yeah, it's just a crazy amount. Definitely worth a buy here, or an IODA if you're considering just based on the armors alone. Like there's probably 10,000 ACs worth of armors you'd probably like in that, to be honest, that there is for me. That's a really cool sword. I really like the sword. That's really nice. A purple one there. See, I'm not really giving my 2 cents on everything because we would be here for months if that was the case. Wow, lack of weapons. I thought there'd be more of this selection, but okay. What about helmets? Oh, yeah, it's actually not as many helmets as I thought there would be with how many armors they put in this thing. So they didn't recolor like every piece of every set they made an armor recolor for, which is good to see at least. So they could potentially use that in the future. That looks cool. Dark Bandit's nice. A lot of nice stuff in here actually. I really liked this hairstyle when I was younger. Looking at it now, I really don't like it. My taste has changed. I do not like the floating items that look like paused animations in this game. It's very much a pet peeve of mine that has grown and grown and grown over the time. A lot of pink, a lot of pink. I like pink. I think pink's a good color. I don't know. A lot of it in this one though. Already down the pumpkin hat already. Yeah, not too many helmets here. I gotta say, there's not really any standout helmets. This is mostly recolor stuff. Shadow Panda hoodie, for the people that missed the Hero March stuff, is a W in this one. That was my main armor for a long time in this game. Caves, not too many. This is cool. I actually IODA'd the original version of this. I think the original looks quite a bit better, and the original is fully CC. I don't think this one's even CC. I think it's just green. So kind of sucks for that. I kind of wish they did make the cyber part of that, like the green part, CC. Maybe leave the black part as locked, and then so it's not like the original, but still partially CC would have been nice on that one. Probably see more people use it if that was the case. Pink Flames is nice. That's the second time we've seen this in a Black Friday chest. They've recolored this twice in 2 different chests. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Same with the Waver Pyre, man. It's crazy they have repeats in, like, not too far of time spans, right? They're already repeating recolors. Just recoloring them differently. That's the funny thing, though. I say like, yo, they kind of used too many armors here. They probably should save some of these, right? But at the same time, like, they just recolor it differently, right? Like, oh, you did a pink Victorian garb. Let's do a cyber Victorian guard next year, man. Like, they probably already did a black one of that, so they couldn't do that again, but they could probably do a cyber one. And a few things in there, including a pink Quibble pet. That isn't really even pink. It's got more black on it than it does pink, so I don't know why they call it pink. Anyway, I gotta say, this chest, a lot of good stuff as far as recolors go. Nothing really crazy as far as originals go at all. It's just kind of disappointing. But I think if you're getting it for the recolors, I think this is pretty solid, actually. I would land this probably in between. I think if it had an original good armor in it, it'd be an A tier easily. And I kind of still want to put it into A. It'd probably be B+ if that was the thing, but I think top B is where I'm putting this one. Something, you know, going off feeling. I feel like it's below the A ones. And our final stop for this video, the last one, 2023. 2024 is coming up very soon, so hopefully that one's good. There's actually a lot of good chests in this one. Spoiler, this is the one I don't own. I looked at my bank. I don't own this one. I don't know why I didn't buy it. I don't remember what came in the... I'm sure once we start looking through it, I'll remember, but don't remember exactly what was in this one. So let's see why I didn't buy it. It's the only one I didn't out of all of these chests. And it's the most recent one too, which is kind of worrying, but hey, not be too bad. Okay, so I usually give you a count on these armors. We're just going through it. Quite a few, less than the last two it looks like, but That's pretty clean. I think I actually did buy that armor individually out of this one. But there's probably a theme gonna run here. Or yeah, yep. These are not looking too hot. I see why I didn't buy this. Yeah, so they recolored a bunch of stuff. I think people went crazy over this, if I remember correctly. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of it, but I get it. I think the original looks a lot better, but just my taste. Shadow Aristocrat's cool. That's a recolor of a recent armor. Like that came out the same year, I think, and it got recolored the same year. This is the one I suggested. I think a couple of people might have suggested it, but this was a purple armor, a lock to purple, not color custom. Thought having this isn't really how I imagined it when I suggested I think the male one actually looks quite a bit better than the female one, but still good though, still decent. Samurai there is pretty nice. It's okay. I mean, there's really not a lot of armors. I'd probably pick like 2 or 3 armors out of that whole bunch that I'd actually want to purchase. So that's probably why I didn't buy this whole chest, I'd imagine. Dark Frost Katana is pretty slick. That's pretty clean. Definitely a good one there. Hopefully I bought that individually out of this. If I didn't, I'm kind of kicking myself on that one now because that is good. Although I do have the original Frost Katana, the original one, and that one I do think looks better with the like brown hilt and the blue, and it's got better color for sure, but the black one's cool too, and I imagine if you need to match it with your set, a better choice. Although the choice of purple on there, not my favorite. Lots of katanas I've seen. Katanas are very popular. Shocking. I know. Those are nice. Yeah, the guava from the other set. That's part of the set that I recommended this year, which is nice to see. Wonder what do I have any recommendations I want to make for this year? I'm trying to think. I think I did, but I think I forgot about it. I should have wrote it down. I think I did have a suggestion for what I wanted this year, but I forgot. Probably look through my armors that I have in my inventory and suggest one of those for a recolor if they put up a thread for it. It's usually the best specs. Usually the armors you like the most are in your inventory, so probably the best place to go to look. The Fanta, this one, that's sick. That's really good looking. I probably didn't buy it though, because I would never equip a helmet like that on my character, but still looks really cool. Death Hunter, that's really clean as well. So yeah, some good items in here, but when you compare these to all the other Black Fridays, this really does miss. I think it misses a lot of these recolors are massive misses for me, like the scientist stuff. Like, by the way, Hollowborn Paragon was expensive for ACs in the chest, and you could farm it, so kind of not even worth considering as part of this chest, considering if you're playing at the time you could also farm it, but it is rare now, so the only way to get it would be to IODA the chest that it's in. So if you did want that armor, that would be the thing you'd have to do now, but at the time it was farmable for Legion tokens, so was no reason to consider it as part of the chest value there. They kind of shot themselves in the foot on that one. That's really cool. I have the original of this. I wonder if I bought I wonder if I bought it from this chest. That's really cool as well. Cyber Death guy. That's slick as well. I probably bought the original of this and bought the recolor, and I'll never equip them on my character. They're probably sitting in my bank. Oh, it's called Bank Portal. Okay, I definitely didn't buy that because that would have been 2K AC. Wait, they made the other one a bank version too? Oh, okay, they made the normal versions. Thank goodness. Whew. Definitely wouldn't have bought them if they're all bank tagged. You know, that's when you know that like they're trying to add value to chests, like so they can put the AC number on the design notes to make it a lot higher. They start adding like random bank stuff, right? Everything's tagged as bank. Every pet's a bank pet. every cape is a bank cape all of a sudden. They want to bump those numbers up, you know? Alright, 3 pets. None of them really stand out. Wolves are kind of cool there. And you get a little ground rune as well, which is a recolor of the other one, but it's still cute. And that's the chest. So I don't think it's the D tier, but I'm saying this is easily a C tier. It doesn't really take me too long to decide on that one. Pretty easy. Yeah. So kind of more of a scale in here than the last one, the birthday chest, but still a lot of better ones for Black Friday. I think these are solid Bs, and you could probably easily push one of these Bs up into A. I think probably based on your own personal preference there, they probably easily go up if you're doing your own of this. And you might disagree with me on the C tier on this one, but I'm not really a big fan of that one. And it's the only one I didn't buy, so that says it all right there. Thank you for watching this video. Leave a like on it. I'll be doing another one I did one for Talk Pirate Day and for the birthday ones, 2 separate videos. Check those out if you haven't. And I will do one for the Christmas chest as well in December, so come back to the channel for that. And yeah, leave a like on the video if you like this. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on these. Have you picked up a lot of these 10K chests? Have you IOD'd any of these? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.